Hello, I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. In today's weekly recap of natural gas prices have surged well over $4, currently trading 434 and a half, up 19.4 cents or 4.67%. This as cold Arctic air continues to hold within the United States eastern two-thirds. As you can see today, we're holding near above the pivot at 440.07. And currently, right now, our first pivot support is 422.10. We'll look to see if this continues as we get closer and closer to expiration. The RSI continues to show strong momentum, so we have to be careful of a potential short squeeze. Our first resistance well above here is at 466.30 and above that 484.90. As it happened last year, we did squeeze the February contract, actually 2 years ago, and this may happen again here with the March contract as we get closer and closer to expiration. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. As you can see, prices have pushed as high as 444.4, and right now, currently again, trading 434 and a half as we are holding between the pivot at 422.10 and above that resistance at 440.07. So look to see if this continues. This is based on the colder weather. Let's take a look at that global weather outlook. Cold Arctic air continues to build in eastern Siberia, pushing across the Arctic and into the United States. This continues to push colder temperatures into that real heavy natural gas demand triangle between Chicago, Boston, and Atlanta. This continues at least for the next few days before some warmer temperatures in the southern tier push that cold Arctic air back into Canada by Monday. As we look on the forecast, though, this Arctic air wants to come back in and surges back into the Great Lakes and New England states as we approach next Friday. And looking forward one more time, we continue to see another potential cold Arctic outbreak covering the eastern two-thirds of the country as we get into that first and second week of March. So, March, in like a lion, hopefully out like a lamb. Let's take a look at the United States in particular. Again, that cold Arctic air is descended all the way down into Oklahoma with colder than normal temperatures descending all the way into parts of Texas and the south central area. As you can see going forward, that cold Arctic air continues to skate across the frozen Hudson Bay and into the Great Lakes, Mid Atlantic, and New England states. Looking forward again, there is one more potential big shot of cold air before winter might call it quits. And this continues as we look in the forecast all the way through the second week of March. And why? We've got plenty of snow cover keeping temperatures colder, and it extends all the way down into Oklahoma, Tennessee, and even parts of North Carolina. Yet, despite the cold temperatures this winter, the Arctic sea ice extent and concentration has been low. Looking forward, let's take a look at Europe. Europe is much of the same with cold temperatures today, going through at least for the next few days. That cold Arctic air is pushing into Western Russia and looking into Turkey as well. As we can see, as we get closer and closer to next week, some of that cold Arctic air starts to fade and pushes further west, east, and then it looks to give a brief reprieve before some colder temperatures start to come back in again as we look later in the model. Potentially, as we get into that second week of March, there might be one more shot. Let's take a look at China. In China, much of the same picture. It continues to have a pool of cold Arctic air in Mongolia and eastern Siberia. The northern part of China around Beijing, the capital city area, remains cool, but the southern provinces around Hong Kong and Macau are starting to show some real warmer temperatures as we look through the forecast model, especially as we get toward the 27th, 28th, and 29th. We really start to see warmer temperatures start to push in. This will continue for the forecast period, but looks like right now that things remain normal. Let's take a look at the stocks in the oil and gas E&P sector. It's been mainly a positive week for the E&P sector with some real winners here at Devon up over 12%, Oxy up almost 8%. This should continue as both the US and Europe need to refill natural gas underground storage stocks. So this should have a firm footing for some more upside potential. Let's take a look at the midstream sector. A little bit more of a mixed picture here. Some of the tanker companies here have been under pressure this week, and some of the Canadian companies, such as TC Energy, down 4%, and Enbridge down almost 8%. Let's recap where we are again in natural gas. Natural gas prices for the spot March contract are currently trading 434.10, up 18.9 cents or 4.65%. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.